friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here for another video, honey. We are going to talk about Netflix's The Worst Roommate Ever. Now, honey, do I have a story to tell about this, honey? Let me tell you. But first, before I get started, I made some artichoke dip. Now, as y'all can see, I haven't even tasted it yet. See, that's how confident I am, child. Okay? I put the recipe down below. I just got it from the internet. And I'm drinking some cranberry, black cherry juice. Great value, child. Again, let me just say this. Don't come over here talking about sass. That ain't how you do it. This ain't how you supposed to do the mukbang. This ain't how you supposed to taste the mukbang. This ain't how you supposed to film the mukbang. Don't come over here with that mess. What did I say, y'all? On what we don't do. See, we don't cuss folks out on Thursday. We don't cuss folks out on Thursday. And what's today? Now let's get into, oh, I got some tortilla chips, honey. Hint of lime. Now let me get a little taste of this, child. Child, I hope this ain't a mess. Woo-wee. Y'all see that steam? Good God almighty. Okay. All right, let me see y'all. God's real. See, he has done brought tears to my eyes, child. Y'all better make y'all some artichoke. Go ahead and get you some. Go ahead and make you a plate. Look out. Go ahead and make you a plate. I eat, you eat. Go on now. Woo. Now y'all see this picture, right? Y'all see this picture? This is Miss Dorothea Fuentes, honey. Okay, she looks like somebody's sweet grandma. Got hard candy in her hard snap purse, honey. Miss Dorothea, honey, is respected in her community of Sacramento, California. She rubbed elbows with the politicians. She gave money to political people. She gave to charity. She also donated clothing and food to the needy, honey. You can tell Miss Fuentes nothing, child. Don't she look lovely? Isn't she lovely? Honey, somebody's good old grandma. It ain't all what it cracked up to be, honey. Sweet on the outside, nasty on the inside, child. Let me tell you about Dorothea, child. Now, this was in the 80s, okay? Sacramento was booming, okay? People was making money hand over fist. Nice place to live. And it was a woman, a social worker. And she would help people who are homeless, mental disabilities, find them somewhere decent, to stay. She come across a man named Bert. Oh, Bert. Bert was a gentleman who had a mental disability. He was schizophrenic. And he had went in and out of mental institutions. And they didn't treat him well. I mean, it's just a sad story. So the social worker was referred to a place where people who are in need, people with mental illness, people who are homeless, alcoholics, got somewhere safe to stay. A roof over their head. They get fed 3 times a day. She said, let me look into this, child. Let me look into this wonderful place. Let me go over here and visit this place that helped the needy. So she moseyed on over there, and honey, she done did a knocking at the door. And who opened it? Oh, it's that sweet, kind, generous Dorothea Fuentes. So the social worker went inside. Big house, lovely house, clean house. She met Miss Fuentes, honey, had a lovely conversation. I mean, how can you not like this woman? The social worker was so impressed. She even talked to one of the guys that lived there, John Shaw. And he said, this is a lovely place to live. Oh, yes, it is. It's a lovely, lovely place to live. Not only that, Miss Fuentes, honey, she loved animals. She got a box of kittens. Y'all didn't hear me. This woman had a box of kittens on display. How could you not love this woman? So the social worker, she felt confident in leaving Bert there with this sweet old grandmother-looking woman. Days went by. Weeks went by. So the social worker started calling to check on Bert, to see how he was doing. Well, Dorothea, honey, always made an excuse. Oh, he ain't here. He ain't here. What? He ain't here. What you mean he ain't here? Where he at? Oh, he ain't here. So the social worker started getting a little concerned. So she called back. She said, listen here, now I've done called several times. Where's Bert? Dorothea gonna talk about he in Mexico. Y'all know. Now, Bert had limited contact with his family. He was from Mexico, and he had been over in the United States for years. Had limited contact with his family. So that social worker was like, now I know you lying. Bert ain't been to no Mexico. He can barely go to A, B, and C. But you think that I believe that he done made himself to Mexico by himself? Honey, Dorothea said, that's what I said. He in Mexico. So the social worker was like, no. Some ain't right. Some is not right, child. Dorothea even got one of the men lie and say that he done went to Mexico with his family. So the social worker said, that's a lie, child. I'm calling the cops. And so the detectives done got involved. The detectives start snooping around. Let's find out who this Dorothea Fuentes is. And child, honey, when I tell you they looked in her background, honey, baby, when I tell you when they looked in her background, honey, she had a CVS receipt of arrest. Honey, Miss Dorothea done got arrested for forgery, writing checks, stealing checks, prostitution, and honey, she said not only was I a prostitute, I had the whole block. See, I was the boss. She got arrested for being a madam. She also got arrested for meeting men, drugging these men, and stealing them. Stealing money, stealing change, stealing their checkbook, stealing the ring off their finger. Child, honey, Miss Dorothea was a whole mess out here. She was wilding out. So, she got sent to prison. She sure did. Now, she gets out of prison. She ain't learned her lesson. She's still evil, child. And she come across a woman named Ruth Monroe. Bless her heart. They became friends. And so the evil Dorothea convinced Ruth to go into a restaurant business together. Honey, it was in shambles. Wasn't making no money. Ruth was sinking her money into the restaurant. It wasn't going anywhere. Dorothea wasn't sinking nothing. Using this woman for her money. And then Ruth's husband, I think it's the husband or her boyfriend at the time, was sick. Child. So she don't have any more money to sink into this restaurant. Her nerves is bad. She didn't know what to do. So she moved in with Dorothea. Ruth did. Ruth done moved in with Dorothea, her friend, Miss Puente's child, the devil, honey. Her friend, honey. That evil helper. So as time went on, Ruth started to become sick. Sick, and more sick, honey. Her son, because see, Ruth had children. She had 2 boys, I think. And they liked Dorothea. They didn't see anything wrong with Dorothea. That was their mom's friend. So one particular day, the boy was over there, the son, checking in on his mom. The mom is sitting there drinking. He said, now what's going on here? My mama don't even drink. Dorothea made me a drink to calm my nerves, child. Bless her heart. Ruth was sitting there drinking poison. Dorothea out here poisoning folks. Sure enough was. Dorothea was out here poisoning Ruth. She sure enough did. She killed that woman. When she died, they did the autopsy. They said that it was so many drugs inside her body. So many that it's done killed this woman, her friend. Her friend. So, of course, they couldn't prove that. And so years went by. And so here is Dorothea. Got this whole house taking in these men who are destitute, homeless, alcoholics, mentally challenged, mentally disabled men, taking their social security checks to pay the rent so she can use for food to feed them. So you got to keep their belly full. She putting poison all up in that food. So the officers looked into that and was like, oh Lord, honey, this Dorothea is a hot mess. Let's check this out first. So the social worker talked to that John Shaw, the one that was living there. And so she was like, let me ask you something. Did Bert go to Mexico? He said, Lord, no, that boy didn't go to Mexico. None of us went to Mexico. She was like, well, what's going on up in the house? Why did Dorothea lie like that? What is going on? And so John said, listen, I can't tell you what really is going on. But she had been in the back of the house digging a whole lot of holes. I said, not the holes. Not in the back of the house. What is going on, honey? She a whole cereal cook, K-I-L-L-A-I-L. So the detective done brought John Sharp into the police department. And he's questioning him. What's going on with these men? Why are these men coming up missing? So he was like, listen, like I said, I don't know what's going on, but y'all need to check the backyard, honey. That's what y'all need to do. She be up there digging holes. Now, Miss Dorothea Fuentes is what, 70-something, 60-something, 50-something, 70-something years old in the backyard digging holes by herself. Okay, that's a strong woman. So, the detectives kept looking into it, kept looking into it. So they went to her house. And they talked to her. They was like, listen, can we search the house? She was like, sure. Come on up in here and search the house, honey. So as the detectives are searching the house and looking for anything, detectives was finding, you know, little blue capsules, you know, blue pills all over the place. Was the pills is what she was putting into these men's food. So they done went to the backyard. Now remember, John done said y'all need to check that backyard, child. That's what you do. You need to check that backyard, honey. So now, mind you, they done went to the backyard. They done start digging. Dorothea is inside of the house. She's still in the house. Men are missing. Ain't heard from them. She up here lying, talking about this, talking about that. So they start digging into the backyard. And the detective said he starts finding clothing. Pulling out clothes. So then he start finding pieces of stuff that feels like leather. So he's pulling out the leather and put it in a pile. A pile. So then he hit something hard, solid as a bone. Baby, the detective done pulled out a whole femur. Y'all didn't hear me. Let me take a bite while y'all think about that, honey. He done pulled out a whole femur bone. Y'all don't hear me. Whole bone, a whole femur. And that leather that he pulled out and made a pile of, it was human skin. Now, while all this was going on, they done pulled out bones, skin, clothing, digging up holes. They done found another body, and then they done found another body. The media done got a hold to this. All this going on. Dorothea is still inside of the house. Now, you done found human remains in this heifer's backyard. She brazen, y'all. She come down the stairs and said, can I speak to the lead detective? I'm just this sweet old woman. I don't know what's going on. Look, I don't know how that tailbone got in there. I don't know how that elbow got in my backyard. I don't know how y'all found that skin. My name Bennett, I ain't it. So Dorothea wanted to talk to the lead detective, child. She just want to have a word. So the lead detective, yes, can I help you? You know, I'm out here digging up human remains in your backyard. What you want? Are y'all ready for this? I don't think y'all ready. She says, now I know that y'all done found an elbow, an arm, fingers, toes, nails, kneecaps in my backyard. But you know what? I'm thirsty, okay? I need some coffee. My nephew's coffee shop is right around the corner. Can I go and get me some coffee while y'all continue to dig up human remains in my backyard? The detective says, sure. Go on over there and get you a latte. You go on over and get you an extra pump of vanilla. Have you lost your mind? As he says, we had nothing to hold her on. Nothing. We could not tie these bodies to her at this time. So off she went to the coffee shop like she was going to come back. This is a conniving, vindictive, manipulative liar of a woman. Y'all seen her arrest record? Well, guess what happened, y'all? Y'all already know what happened. Honey, an officer went over there to that coffee shop. She was gone. Honey, she took her feet to the street. And so the detective was like, what? She's gone? I was like, okay. Yeah, she was going to come back home after you done found a whole elbow, some kneecaps in her backyard, and skin. So, she's on the loose. She's on the run. But they still got to finish the investigation. So they went into the house. They done dug up bodies. The media done got a hold to it. Who is this sweet, elderly grandmother figure woman? Why is there bodies in the backyard? This is unheard of. So they go inside the house, and again, they done found those pill capsules. They done went into a room where there was a smell, honey. A smell of death. The detective said, child, I know that smell. So I think they pulled back the carpet or a piece of furniture or whatever. And there was signs of blood, tissue, the smell. And they believe in that room is where she performed the killings. So that's the evidence that they need. So later on, maybe a couple of months that went by or longer, got that nasty evil woman, honey. She had on the same red coat that she had on when she went to go get some coffee. She got her same Sophia Petrillo pocketbook, and they arrested her ass. They sure did. What I say, y'all? Jail, then hell. Of course, she got convicted, and she got sentenced, okay? Now, some of the people that they suspected that she did kill, they could not tie her to that, like that Ruth Monroe and several others. Bert was one of them. But they could connect her to the bones that they found in her backyard to her because there was evidence inside her home. I mean, just a daggone shame. Honey, she was an evil, nasty, She later on died in prison. Y'all better go watch The Worst Roommate Ever. I think there's either 3 or 4 episodes. If y'all like this video or this style, give it a thumbs up. Tell me in the comments that you want me to do 2 and 3. And then I'll do 4, whatever. I'll work it out. But y'all let me know what y'all want. And honey, it's good. It is so good, y'all. I like that true crime crap, honey. I watch all that ID, Snapped. A&E, I think A&E does them. Child. I watch all of them. Y'all know what to do. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends. Bye.